Even if you study masonry with a mason, unless you did it in a lodge, you still didn't get it like a mason would get it. So to speak on masonry, you must really know about masonry. Then you can speak on it. Now there's people speaking on masonry and they have the propaganda of masonry. And that's a fact. Because throughout the ages of time, by the time it got into Europe, it was the kings and the religious priests versus the Knight Templars and the Hospitallers and the Masons and the Mechanics and Rosicrucians and all them different Europeans that went down into the motherland and found out, you know, what was really going down.
The Jeffersonian Board of Directors wants us to try and identify the remains.
How? These people have been dead for nearly 150 years.
Yeah, well, this might help. It's a copy of the outgoing manifest, and it lists all the slaves they were transporting to New Orleans. There's age and race and degree of color. This is really detailed in a totally horrible, disgusting, sucky kind of way.
Slaves were considered property. They were as carefully cataloged as livestock or silverware.
Peace, family. This divine understanding born of law. 5% nation of gods of earth. You know how we roll, son. See that flag? Wait. Oh, I'm getting a good picture of it. But anyway, I'm on Facebook, right? So I'm doing a knowledge to the Gods and Earth building and the other Asiatics that were building. Looked like they was. But one of them, a few of them, Afrocentric, Egyptology, Pan-African, whatever the case may be. They was from that school of thought. So I'm doing the knowledge, right? And I'm saying knowledge and wisdom. I'm like, don't how people know that when you use the science behind Darwin's theory, because that's all it is a theory. It can't prove that Ice Age bullshit, that the European was on the planet Earth 10,000 years ago during the Ice Age, and he was chasing after the woolly mammoth and using that as food. And they want us to go for that. And the other one is, oh, the reason why the European got thin nose and his hair is blonde and all that other bullshit about not only is his hair blonde, blue eyes, green eyes, and all of this came from him living up north, and this enabled him to lose his pigmentation. That's what they teach in school. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when they teach that in school, the part that the Afrocentric people are missing, if they are missing it, it could be just those few online that I saw that don't know. I'm sure some of the other ones have to know that Darwin's theory, evolution, eugenics, Ice Age, all that comes together. All that is together. All that is from the same group of people dealing with anthropology, sociology, and excavating of the land and the dinosaur. All that story goes with that. That all part of that same story. Now, based on that story, what is the Asiatic man's position in that? Okay, the Europeans will say in a minute, because they said it in school. I ain't too long ago left school. well, I can't remember what they were teaching. And they taught that in evolution, they were admitting that the Asiatic black man was the first man, but their connection to it was saying that, oh yeah, he's the first man that evolved out of the lemur. The lemurs evolved out of the monkeys. So that's why they say you're at the bottom of the food chain and they're at the top of the food chain, because if you're closer to the monkey and they're saying that they came out of you, you know, they're saying that the European is the last of the human race to evolve out of the humans. So you being black would mean that you evolved closer to the monkey based on their theory of evolution, and that they are closer to the human race because they came last. That's the bottom fact. That's the bottom line. That's how they teach it, son. So if you going to add on to their cipher with the 10,000 years that the European teaches, that the Ice Age, 10,000 years ago, the Ice Age, and the Neanderthal, and the Cro-Magnon man, and see what I'm saying? All that they be saying is them. And then they're saying prior to that, the lemurs came out of the trees and they came into man, and that was your black ass. They were saying the black people is the closer to being the monkey and they're closer to being the human species. That's why they should be top of the food chain. That's why they feel that they're smarter than you, that your DNA and your RNA's genetic structure as far as IQ is less than theirs. That's why they'll say something to the effect, hey, it's part of the eugenics and the Darwinism and the evolution theory. All of that goes together with saying the reason why you have, they'll call your reproductive organs overproduced. You overproduce in reproduction. Your reproduction organs are extremely large because of your closeness to the animal. Apes, monkeys, lemurs, baboons, and shit like that. That's what all of them, when they be doing the little racist remarks and everything that you see them doing, all that shit comes from Darwin and eugenics. It all go together. Evolution. That shit is all part of the same fucking science. So when you had your black scholars going to these European schools and they adapt that part to their mathematical equation, then it's automatically dumped in the garbage can, as far as I'm concerned. Now, yes, W.D. Farage mother was a European or Jew or whatever. She had what they call, quote unquote, fair skin. But she was not the manifester of his teachings. She only manifested what the God told her to teach him. And plus, she had been bred and born and added on to the original nation so she could help W.D. Farad through his skin tone to get into the wilderness of North America so that you could get knowledge of yourself, because it wasn't getting in here as him being no black man. That, I'm gonna say peace, divine understanding, born of law.